Morning, guys. Day 9, not drinking. Fucking last night was like party town central in San Juan del Sur. They find a reason to party for anything at all. So they found a reason, and you know those big fucking rockets that shoot up in the air and blow up fucking, what are they, mortars they call them or whatever? God, they love those. And they don't start their party till 9, and they apparently are supposed to end at 4 in the morning. But even having headphones in with rain sounds going on for 10 hours, the batteries died, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and just a shitty night. I felt like shit today, this morning. I still feel like shit. Some days are better than others. This one's a shitty one. But I laid in bed and decided to break the cycle and sleep and rest, or to make my bed and get into the routine. It's my second one today in 2 hours. I woke up at 5:40. It's 7:40 now. I have yoga in an hour, and I'm going. After yoga, I'm gonna go hike those mountains back there, or go on an hour run or something. But same shit. Just gonna do the same shit. If I can wake up and drink booze at 7 a.m. every single morning, then I can wake up when I feel like shit, drink water, and continue with things that are good for you, like yoga and a walk, or a run, or a jog, or a hike. I love hiking. In fact, even when I run, I'm hiking up the hills, the steep hills, obviously. Even ones that are kind of, and it's making your heart rate and you just feel like you're gonna die, just fucking walk it. And then when it levels out, start running slower. People hate running because they run too fast. You just gotta slow way the fuck down. Way more steps, less momentum, less movement, less forward movement. Speaking of forward movement, how's it going in the USA? I was sitting around and I was thinking, like, even doing these videos and watching all the videos on YouTube and Instagram and social media and everything else, like, I think I realized that our First Amendment right in the United States of freedom of speech had started to go away right when people started getting deleted. And then I'm interested always in not what's being shown to me, but what's being deleted. Right? Because why delete something? I mean, there's a freedom of speech for a reason. We should be able to, in a free market, capitalistic world, whether it's a product that you're going to buy or it's an idea that you're going to purchase in your heart, you have to have options. And it seems like those options got cut off as soon as this started to happen. Now, I can't even say this because then you get kicked off of YouTube. You can't say certain company names. You can't say, you guys know, you've heard the stories over and over and over again. Even people that, doesn't matter. Shit like Flat Earth gets deleted off YouTube. Basically, you sit here and you try to talk and you can't talk because it's so fucking retarded that you can go on the news, you can go on TV, you can go on any major channel, and you can watch 13-year-old girls wearing fucking no clothes and running around like a bunch of crazy fucking hookers, or you can hear the word fuck, dick, ass, jerk, prick, all the stuff back in the day when I watched Nick at Night that never was around. But you can't say shit. The minute you say shit on TV, you're fucked. Or you get like one now, because they're going to warm you up to that shit. Really, the purpose of this video, the last just couple minutes of it, was freedom of speech is gone. Your Second Amendment right is being attacked right now, which is freedom to bear arms. When you can't talk freely, what do you have? I mean, it seems like if you can't talk freely, or if you can't get information that is from every side, every angle, then it's impossible to make a decision based on all of the givens, right? So like in a math equation, you take all of the givens and then you try to create proof out of it. Now, we're doing the same thing on the news. We're all trying to gather all of this information in and get all of the information we can. I sat on my couch for fucking 6 months just literally watching everything that was deleted off of YouTube. Everything. Because I wanted all the information, not just one side. And now it's created the craziest issues in my life that I'm dealing with, that my family deals with. That's insane. Most of my family won't get the jab. They won't do it. Maybe because they are smart enough to go look other places. There are other platforms that have other information, or they catch it quick enough so that they can cognitively kind of go through like, why is this? Why are they pushing this so hard? Like what's the purpose of this whole thing? Like there is no sick dead bodies that I'm pulling out of houses. There's no one I've ever met ever that has COVID. Ever. And if they do, it was some test that they took, and everybody knows the fucking story of how they run those tests, and that you can get a test right now and it'll say positive, and you can get a second test 2 seconds later and it'll say negative. In fact, some doctors here will just run it, and if it says positive, they run it again, it says negative, they print it off and give you the paper. So what the fuck does that tell you? And then what this has done is it's created this weird madness in people that are only focusing on the news, the television, the newspaper, the banking system, Walt Disney, Disneyland, all of our basically cinematic movie actors, all owned by the same corporation now. In fact, BlackRock, one of the corporations, owns most of the real estate in the United States now. There is nothing for us except for one-sidedness, and then these mega corporations that sincerely own everything and only tell you this. Now, the reason why this has caused a problem is because I know in your families just like mine, part of your family won't get the thing because they fucking are thinking. And the other part of your family already got it, right? Now, in my family, we don't judge people for religion, alcoholism. I've done every drug in the world, what job you have, how much money you make, where you live, what girlfriend that you decide to have or boyfriend that you have, what house you live in, what car you drive. Really, no one gives a shit in your family. But all of a sudden, I've lost a family member, not to the jab, not to the thingy, but I've lost it to the concept of I don't believe it. There's something else going on and I don't believe it. And now I've lost my sister. And it's fucking depressing. So depressing. I mean, to imagine that a family member can judge you because you didn't get this, and all you're trying to do is present information that's being deleted from their view. They would rather not be your friend, unfriend you on Facebook, never talk to you again, flip you off, tell you you're a fucker, tell you you're mean, you're rude, you keep being fucking an ass, stop beating me up, you're calling me stupid, you're calling me stupid. No! You just fucking cut your brother off because you won't spend the time to see the reality of what is being deleted, what is real. Where's Dr. Carrie Mullins? What happened to Epstein? What happened to Maxwell's? What happened to fucking all of these stories? What happened to our economy? Where are these stories at on the news? I don't care if you're fucking Trumpy or you're a fucking Biden guy or you fucking love politics or don't love politics. It's all bullshit anyway. It's a distraction to keep you from thinking on your own, clearly. How do you get them back? Like, there's two options. Hopefully something comes around and reverses this thing, or it doesn't do anything. I guess there's three options. Or it fucking kills everybody off. You're not stupid because you got the thingy. You're stupid because you didn't research. Do you know what a spike protein is? Do you know what mRNA is? Did you not want to spend a few minutes to research that this is not a vaccine? I can't even say the word. It's not. Because if it were vaccine, if it were one of those things, the definition of that is it keeps you from getting the virus. It keeps you from getting the virus. That's what it is. This is not that. You still have to wear your mask. You still have to go get, how many shots now? You're up maybe 10 a year, they said you probably have to go get, and they'll probably jump it to 20. Babies are forced to get like 19 or 20 or maybe more. Someone correct me. I think it's more. 20 something vaccines before they're even like one. What are they putting in you? My grandpa would be so fucking disappointed. He would be so disappointed if he was alive. A cognitive, rational thinker, a beekeeper in Imperial Valley, living in San Diego, that never watched the news, didn't really give a shit. He watched his baseball games, and he worked. He lived till he was 82 years old, smoked a pipe every fucking hour of every day. He didn't concern himself about that shit. He had a garden. They had food. It wasn't even a thing. It didn't even exist. We can get into other issues later, but I miss you, sis. Fuck. What do you do? What do you do? Is it because it's too late? Is it because once you get this, now you can't be friends with the other people? Because now we're creating more dichotomy. Now you have Black Lives Matter and Antifa, and then you have the jab versus the anti-jabbers, and then you have the people that think the dollar is actually gonna stay around and it's actually a real thing and it's not crumbling and the banks are freaking the fuck out, and that's why cryptocurrency and gold and silver is all being manipulated and the pricing is all completely, totally screwed up. Go to the debt calculator, the United States or global debt calculator, and look at it. Look at it. We're over 30-something trillion dollars in debt. It goes higher and higher every day, and we can't even pay the interest on the debt. Can't pay the interest on the debt. It won't happen. What, are they just going to keep adding zeros to the end of it? Well, that means that they're going to keep adding zeros to the end of whatever you buy. And if you think that minimum wage is $15 an hour and that's going to save you and bring the economy back, that just created racism. Because the only bargaining chip that anybody has that isn't qualified to walk into a job, maybe the only few jobs that are available, that are even open, have to be qualified or overqualified or super qualified, right? That means kids don't get a chance to compete. Minorities don't get a chance to compete. If you don't know that trade, you don't get to compete. You don't get to compete in the workforce anymore now. Even if there is a workforce, there's no small, medium businesses around. There's no people around. There's no money to be spent. Aren't you guys waking up? So what is this? And why does that create division in a family? In a family. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you do heroin every day. I don't care if you believe in Hinduism. I don't care if you drive a Ford Pinto that you have to hit with a hammer on the starter every time to get it to start. You're my family. I don't care. I love you. I'm not being mean. I am trying to show you that there is an entire, probably 60% of people that don't believe that this is going to help. They believe it's going to hurt, that there's an agenda behind this. Don't let the agenda fuck with your family. Don't let it do it. Fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Spike proteins, mRNA shots, never been used in a vaccine before, in a jab before, ever, never. And it can't be one. Because if you have to keep getting them, and you have to keep wearing the mask, and you have to keep getting the certification cards, and you have to keep doing all the bullshit, and the PCR tests, and you have to get the COVID test to go back on the fucking flight if you want to, all that bullshit, it's not fucking, get a fucking brain. You're not stupid, but fucking think. Sit for one day and research everything that's been deleted off of YouTube, and then maybe you'll see another side of things. You might think I'm crazy. It's just, look around. Fucking look around. And if you don't want to look around, then all you're doing is watching TV, cartoons, the news, movies, cinema, Netflix, Google, Twitter, all owned by the same people. All of it. Newspapers, all of it, all owned by the same people. All of it. And you believe them? Or would you believe your grandpa? We missed something. There was a disconnect between our grandparents and now. I've been trying to figure out what that disconnect is, but I'm pretty sure a lot of it's the media. Turn your fucking TV off and watch how many problems fucking go away. And if the TV's your addiction, motherfucker. I laid on a couch for fucking 6 months watching TV. And the TV I watched was trying to fucking educate myself, but it fucked up my back. Now I'm out here trying to fucking fix it. Yoga, massages, chiropractor, walking, hiking, doing some easy running. So fucking disappointing. So disappointing. Jab yourself all you want. I still love you. Fuck. There's no reason. There's no reason. It's just information. Is it that scary that if I present my family with information that I can't be their friend anymore? Think about that one. It's just information. It's just not the information that my sister watches. It's just the other side. It's the other side of the fence. Do I look healthier? Yeah, I was drinking my ass off. I was depressed as fuck. I was looking at the world thinking, Jesus Christ, everything's crumbling around us and no one sees it. They've all got fucking stupid head syndrome. Anyway, fuck man, today was a rough morning. I love you guys. This is a long video, 20 minutes. I miss you, sis. I'm not judging you. You're not stupid at all. No one is stupid that got this. No one is. Just fucking think for a minute. If you don't know what a spike protein is, if you don't know what mRNA is, if you don't know who Dr. Carrie Mullins is, if you haven't watched that episode about the PCR test and how it does nothing, it cannot detect COVID-19, if that even is a thing. It stands for Certificate of Vaccination Identification 2019. Wake the fuck up. They had a whole goddamn thing made from Johns Hopkins. Again, all your hospitals owned by the same people that I talked about before that own everything else. CNN, and your TV, and your movie, and your Hollywood, and your Disneyland, and all your shit, all owned by the same people. Look it up. Spend an hour. Jesus, just spend an hour. Or fucking suffer the consequences. Because all it is right now is fear, anxiety, depression, more fear. Who knows what you got in your body now? I can't even wonder what people are thinking in their head if that I've already gotten it. And then go look at that other side that I'm talking about. Jesus, that would scare the shit out of fucking anybody. But who cares? Maybe we don't have a tomorrow. Maybe there is no tomorrow. Maybe this is the end of the world. Maybe it's Noah's Ark time. Who knows? But I love you, sis. You're my fam. Guys, I know you're feeling me. I know 100% every single family's going through the same shit. But until I start smelling death in the streets, or pulling bodies out of houses and helping people do that, burying them in fucking front yards, there is no pandemic. It's a smoke screen because our economy is dead for a reason. Think about the reason. If one type of people owned everything, what would the reason be? And if there's no money to pay Social Security or pensions because we're 30 trillion in debt and can't even pay our own interest, then what do you think this vaccine's for? Just questions that go through my head. I love you guys. I love you, family. Take care. See you, sis. Bye.